which is about the Valentine's. So we are having the Valentine's edition week, where we are going to talk about, the love and how the Valentine's really came up and how we can enjoy it as a team, something like that. So if you're around, you come enjoy with us. We will be watching some movies. We share the how do I call it? The popcorns, yeah. You come together, we come together, and we'll be able to do that. So the Thursday escapes, we create the safe spaces. Whenever we go out, we create the safe spaces where we're able to engage the dialogue. Don't keep quiet. Whenever you're having an issue, don't be silent. Talk, and that talking is already your problem. By talking halfway, the problem is solved. So we encourage people to talk a lot. Talk with your friends. Talk whatever is in your mind, so that you are able to be free. We are not perfect. We are able to get a solution whenever we talk. So we raise the mental health awareness within the university. For example, since the 𝐏𝐻𝐾𝐫 initiative was implemented implemented in the University of Rwanda, we used to have some cases of maybe the suicidal cases, but nowadays I can tell you from the statistics that we have from the being of welfare, that is no longer in the University of Rwanda, and specifically to be specific at the university, we campus where I belong, that's no longer there, and we are really proud that the club is doing something great when it comes to promoting mental health awareness among our peer students. We encourage early help seeking. Don't be silent until the issue is possibly at a very critical condition that you can't be able to be helped. Seek help as early as possible. Be confident. Be confident that this problem you have is not the first. You are not the first person to have the problem. There are people who possibly have had the problem or the issue, and there's how they are able to come up with a solution. So we are there to help you to seek that help. Encourage you to seek that early help within the club leaders, and we are not, if you're not, if you are not in a position to help you out, we have the referrals within the clinic, the Solid Minds clinic. We have the professionals, and they're able to help us out with a long-lasting solution. So we strengthen peer connection. Literally, if you ask me today, most of my friends are the people I got. Those students I got from the Mental Health Awareness Club. But the 𝐏𝐻𝐾𝐫 Initiative Club. Most of us are friends, and it has stayed since I joined the university up to date. We strengthen that peer connection. We have to know. Don't yeah, we just don't come to the meeting, and when the meeting ends, we just leave like that. We do have like that deep connection among the students, so that we don't lose the connection when someone is out. So again, key activities, awareness campaigns. We do organize campaigns in the university. For example, we just had one in November. We are talking about our friends. We can come together to promote that mental health. We do peer support sessions, as I said, psychological first aid training. We have one coming up. We already had one last year now around July. So we also have another one coming up in towards the end of this month, where we are able to be trained to be people who are able to identify whenever someone is having an issue, we're able to easily identify and to know what are the first steps to make to ensure that your friend or the guy having the issue is the problem is solved. So we have group discussion and referrals, as I said. So impact on students, we already have the reduced stigma, improvement of health knowledge, stronger support networks, increased and well-being. So as I said, if you go to the statistics we had from the Dean of Welfares at the University of Rwanda campus, we are now very sure that the issues I've just mentioned are reduced, and the percentages continue to reduce as the club continues to have more impact in the university. So we collaborate with the university administration, we campus counselors and the health services, student clubs and associations. We do collaborate with the different clubs that are also part in some of the similar area, like the Clinical Psychology Student Association in the University of Rwanda, and the Medical Students Association, like the one that Emmanuel, that the first speaker belonged to. So we do collaborate and ensure that we have solutions that are going to fit the students, as not just based on our own initiative, values or how we work, but whenever we come together, different clubs are able to come up with a very clear solution on how to help different students. And the mental health organization, like I said, we partner with the Solid Minds Clinic, the headquarters level. So yeah, students can join, you can get involved, and we encourage everyone to be part of us. It's a club, but we encourage everyone to be part of them. We are a family, we are together, and we are united. So our vision, we are stigma-free campus, supporting students, students supporting students. That's the peer support that we really emphasizing on. A caring and inclusive community. We care about each and everyone's mental health. We care about your well-being. We care about how you feel about others. We care about your academics, the financial stresses, and literally everything. We really care about that, and we encourage everyone to be part of us. And so I'll really encourage you guys. For example, I know we are not from the University of Rwanda, the audience that we have today. There are people here from ALU, there are people here, there are students here from ASH University, the Kwame Nkrumah, South Africa, the universities there that we have. So if you don't have such kind of initiative, think about it, go and brainstorm how you can come up with a club that's going to promote mental health awareness in the university. Mental health awareness is not just about the, being say insane or like running mad or like things you feel too stressed is when you feel about like you need this kind of trainings. It's the daily the small things that we go through during our daily lives that really matter. When you are from academics or to the library, you are tired, you really need some safe space to go and relax and you feel that you are valued and something like that. That's the reason why you have to think about having the initiatives, and if you already have them, we really encourage you to continue promoting that mental health awareness through the peer-led groups. And we encourage you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, guys, please a round of applause for Austin. I mean, that was very insightful, right? If I were a student at at the university, I think I would be one of the most favored beings, of course. I mean, why would I be going for the movie nights? Even if I wasn't interested, I think I would be coming for the movie nights and maybe those stars, the escapes. I mean, that would be very interesting actually. And I love that so much. Thank you so much, Austin. That was actually extremely insightful. And thank you so much as well for sharing with us. I'm now getting actually a clear picture of this Sangha initiative. Please don't mind my pronunciation, okay? All right. So we have the only woman in the house that is none other than Diane. So Diane is the only woman who can only speak among men. Please come up and take over this room. You're most welcome. Karibuni.
Hello everyone, I think you can hear me. Hello. Hello.
We can hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Austin and Emmanuel. Thank you so much for insightful, and thank you so much for everyone who have joined this webinar. Thank you. So as I have said, my name is Diane 𝐿𝐴𝐿. I am a student at the 𝐴 campus, and I'm vice president of scientific initiative at 𝐴 campus. So I'm very grateful to talk after my president because I think he has explained everything about Santuti. But maybe for those who doesn't understand very well the meaning of Santuti, it's like being closer to your friends, being close to your friends. Everyone in our life, we have friends. When you are near to your friends, you feel okay, you feel happy, you feel just open to say something. So that's why we say when we are in this here support groups like Sangha and Truth Initiative, we are all open to speak. We face different challenges, we face different struggles in our life. They may be academic struggles, they may be family struggles, they may be personal struggles, maybe like peer pressure, fear of maybe future. We face different challenges. So, but when we are close to our friends, it's where we are going to express ourselves, and then even if they are not going to give us the responses or answers to our questions, but they're going to understand our emotions. And when you feel understood, it's where you're going to start the journey of healing, to start the journey of finding solutions to your problems. So for being quick, as Austin explains more about scientific initiative, let's talk about the role of peer support groups, especially scientific initiative, to remove mental barriers to students' life. Yeah. Are we still together? Yeah, thank you so much. So, as I have said, the first law of peer support groups like Sanganchuti initiative is that it helps to feel belonging somewhere. You know, when you feel belonging to somewhere, when you feel you are with people who cares for you, who can understand you, who are not going to judge you, it's where you're going to feel open and you speak and you share your challenges. So that's the first law of peer support groups like Sanskruti is it gave us the stability of feeling belonging somewhere. Yeah. Then the second law of peer support groups like Sangai Shuti initiative, it helps the people to improve their soft skills. Yeah, I know we are talking about mental health, but as you know, when someone is struggling with mental health, it is start by everyday struggles. When you are not able to speak in front of people, because hello, yeah. So, before facing any mental health disorder, it is started by everyday life struggles. So when those everyday struggles do not get solved, that's why they're going to be developed slowly to the extent or to the level they become mental health disorders. But in some like Suti initiative and other peer support groups like Sepsaros have said and other peer support groups, it's where we are going with the initiatives where we are going to get the space to express ourselves, and then it helps to feel understood and it helps to find solutions to our everyday struggles so that we prevent them from being mental health disorders after when they don't get solved. So another thing, peer support groups helps people or helps students who are in those clubs or in those peer support groups. We don't only get soft skills, we don't only get solutions to our problems on the study, we also get connections. You know, we are here in the university as different people from different countries. When we are in these clubs, we are in these peer support groups, we are a diversity, if I can say that. We are people from different countries, from different cultures. So we're in these clubs or in these peer support groups, we also get the chance to learn different cultures, how I can how I can connect to maybe a Kenyan person like Austin, a person from Uganda, from DRC, from Rwanda, which help us to understand the culture of other countries. You know, sometimes there are problems we face due to different cultures. For example, you can say like a person who came for the first time in Rwanda when he was coming to study in the university. So that person at his first time or at her first time, he's going to face some kind of pressures of cultures, languages, something like that. Maybe styles, clothes, styles, food, everything is new to that person. But when that person joins the peer support group, it's where he or she's going to connect with other people who are familiar with those kind of culture, those kind of maybe those kind of culture, those kind of food, and then that people are going to help that person to adapt. You know, adaptation is very important to a person who is in the new environment. So in peer support groups, we also get connections for different people, which are going to help us to adapt in new conditions. So also that is the lot of peer support initiatives remove our mental problems or our mental barriers. You know, when you have different pressures like those pressures of new environment, when they're not solved immediately or when they're not solved very early, that person is going to always continue struggling and it may lead to that person to have maybe grades which are not good or it's going to prevent that person to succeed as he planned before coming in the new country. But when we are in the peer support groups, it helps us to connect with people who are familiar with something which is making us overwhelming. So another thing we got from peer support groups like Shuti Initiative, it's very, very important because when we are in Shuti Initiative, we get the opportunity to learn about mental health. You know, most countries in Africa, we live in a society which doesn't know mental health, which doesn't care about mental health. But when we are in Shuti Initiative, the same two other peer support groups, we get opportunity to learn about mental health. So when we get the opportunity to learn about mental health, as we are many from different countries, from different provinces, from different regions, it's where when we return back to our communities, we will help other people we left there to know mental health. And we will not only help them to know mental health, but we will firstly know mental health. So we firstly get the support, emotional support we need. Then if we get the emotional support we need, it's where we also going to support other people. You know, there is a saying which says, we give what we have. So if you don't know mental health, there's no way you are going to teach other people mental health. If you don't know the importance of being emotional stable, you're not going to help other people to have this kind of emotional stability. So when we get this opportunity to know mental health, learn about mental health, to learn how we can sorry, so to learn how we can solve our problems and cope easily to our different challenges in our normal life. It's where we're going to help other people to cope with their life challenges. So another thing we learn from peer support initiatives like Sangashut initiative, we learn about healthy coping mechanism. You know, we face different challenges in our everyday life, and some people use unhealthy or coping strategies which are not good, like consuming drugs, consuming alcohols, which can lead them to face another life challenges which are not good. For example, let's take example, if maybe a person face a challenge in his or her life, maybe he lost a loved person, he can be a parent, he can be a friend, he can be, or it can be also a job or another loss which is big to that person. So some people they may go immediately to consume alcohols and say, I don't want to remember this. I want to forget everything which happened to my life. I want to sleep. Maybe sometimes a person can face challenges in his life and he starts this kind of insomnia, not being able to sleep as it was required. So when we are in this Sangha Institute initiative, as also the same to other peer support initiatives, where we get the opportunity to learn about healthy coping mechanism. I understand I have faced this kind of challenge, but also because I know the alcohols are going to bring another bigger problem to the problem I have, I may choose to use another coping mechanism, maybe for night walk, going to watch a movie, going closer to your friend and share what you are going to, instead of going to consume alcohols, instead of going to consume cannabis and other kind of drugs. So that is the another thing we get from this scientific initiative, as well as other peer support groups, because we get the opportunity and we get the chance to learn about healthy coping mechanism. What are coping mechanisms which are healthy, which are good? When I say healthy coping mechanism, I'm saying positive coping mechanism, because we also have unhealthy coping mechanism or negative coping mechanism, if I can say that in a term every person can be able to understand. So it's also another chance we get from this peer support. So by concluding, or by ending my presentation, because I know we have to manage our time, we I encourage every person who are in the universities which have this kind of peer support groups to join, because we don't only learn mental health in those support groups, we also get soft skills from those kind of peer support groups. We got a chance to learn mental health, we got a chance to get different soft skills, but we also get a chance to learn different cultures. We got friends, many friends from those kind of peer support groups. You know, we have talked about the diversity, where you go there, you connect with a person from BIT, you connect with a person from IT, from medicine, from pharmacy, and other things. So it's a very, very big family, which is going to help you to continue to succeed in your life. So if you want to be good or to have a good mental health, also having soft skills, which are very important. If you want to connect to many people, if you want to run about different cultures, please, you are most welcome to join this kind of peer support groups, especially Sanctity Initiative. Thank you so much for your time. If there's anyone who have a question, he or she may ask the question. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, guys! A round of applause to the only woman in the house. Thank you so much, Diane. Um, that was really, really great. And actually, a big thank you to all our guest speakers for the insightful presentations that they have given us. I mean, we barely get this chance, of course, to be able to sit here and get to learn, right? Yeah, and our audience, you guys are our most precious. I don't know. I don't have the term for it, but you are actually the reason why we are having this session, and so you are not leaving unnoticed. Okay, so this is actually a chance you get to be able to ask a question that you probably had in mind. Yeah. So the questions will go, of course, direct to our guest speakers. Yeah, but then they're actually not limited to them. So if you have a question about mental health, wow, and I'm seeing a hand. This hand is from, like, I'm going to call the name Emmanuel, I'm not calling your name, but it's very hard. But kindly please help me, there's two more. This is good, and I love this energy. So let's start with Emmanuel. You're going to ask a question.
All right, all
Okay,
right.
thank you very
Emmanuel,
much.
Emmanuel, to cut you short, guys, let's do this, okay? We are not from University of Rwanda alone. We are from different universities. We have ALU in the room, we have a Chase in the room, and we have some other people from University of Juba. So what I wanted to recommend is that when you are like asking a question, make sure you introduce yourself, your university, then so that others can know you. And in the chat, we can also get to network and connect. That is the purpose of this webinar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Emmanuel Senyana, a student from University of Rwanda, currently pursuing economics in a year 2. So I don't know if the question is only allowed, but I come here for myself, for just delivering my suggestion. It is not the problem, it is a suggestion. So, because I can tell you that all the problem is already answered. This initiative uh, is a very, very nice for every student who can really understand that, because it's already answer all the question, right? So I can say the one who bring this initiative up, I can say thank you very much, because it's really gonna help every student who is gonna understand this, and it will make a great change not only here in University of Rwanda here in campus Huye, but also around the African continent universities. So I can say thank you very much for bringing this very incredible initiative. And I will bring like 2 or 3 my classmates to join this initiative, because I know they are gonna um,
enjoy this one. Thank you, thank you. It is not a problem, it was a suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And I don't know. It's like we had two hands that were up. I don't know. Where is the other hand? We don't have another hand that is up. No questions at all for our guest.
We have four. We have four hands. Can
I'm
I?
not seeing them.
Okay, I'm seeing them. Okay, like
Kindly help me.
let me
Help
say
me.
a call.
Help me, please.
Okay,
I
it's
see
okay.
them
A
from
call you can
the
unmute
now.
and continue.
Now I can see them.
A call you can unmute and continue.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐦𝐨𝐭, and I'm a student at the African Village University. I hope I'm audible enough. Okay. I would like to appreciate the team that came up with this initiative. I've really enjoyed the presentation of the three speakers, including the family lady. Yeah, the question I have in mind is, uh, based on my understanding, it seems like these three people are first aiders of in mental health zone. So I need to know, yes. So I need to know, since two speakers, the second and the third mentioned that they listen but they don't judge. That is the summary of what I've heard from them. Listen but they don't judge. Listen to problems of people, their friends.
Yeah, I think Nomi, we have lost her, or maybe the network. You can continue with other hands.
So, Sharon.
Okay, she has come back.
Welcome.
Yeah, she has come back.
Yeah, thank you. So I need to know one thing that worries me about these mental health things. It is not you expressing your problems to people that listen and don't judge. It is the safety, those people who listen. So is this listening and not judging? Is it like listening to problems of all of like people that comes to you? Is it not a stress itself? Like doesn't it stress you as listeners who don't get the mental health first aiders? So is it not your stress like to listen to someone has not paid their school fees, this one has broken up, is going through heartbreak and all those stuff. So is it not your stress itself? And if it is your stress, how do you manage it? Because sometimes I even fear explaining myself to psychologists because I think even this one will stress the psychologist. So help me here.
All right, so I guess because I think you've had the question. I mean, you come for therapy and then you send your therapist to therapy. This is not a joke. So, guys, please come on. Austin, Dihan, Emmanuel.
Let me let me say something. So thank you, Call, for the good question. Actually, yeah, it's a great one. So when we said we listen, we don't judge, and we said it's peer to peer support. Literally, the first thing we have okay. Some of us have been trained when it comes to the psychological first aid training. Some of us have received it. Some of us haven't received. But when it comes to listening, one thing that we always say is that a problem when it's shared, it's really half solved. When you share your problem, sometimes the reason why it stresses you is probably because you can't find the solution. But when you share it with someone, when the two heads come together or three, you are going to get a solution out of it. It might not be the best solution that you expected, but it can help you to get into another stage that can help you get the solution that you really want. When someone shares a story with me, I'll not judge you based on whatever you're going through. I'll give you an advice based on my own experience. This is how I'm able to give you. I'm able to help in if I was supposed to be the one in this situation. This is how I could have gone through it to help myself get out of it. It's my own experience, not because I'm a professional, not because I'm a first aid trainer. It's because like I'm trying to talk about my own, the experience that I have so far in my life that can help me get out of that situation that you are in. And if you are not able to get into a point where you are able to agree on, the point I'm trying to maybe give, we are able to get into the referral where we give it to I said we have the team, the Solid Minds team. It's, the team of professionals when it comes to the mental health awareness. They work with the University of Rwanda, they work with the African Leadership University, and I think UGH in Rwanda. So we are able to get that referral and they're able to help us out with that. Sometimes listening to problems also makes you open up, like your mind is able to open up to get into to think about what can I do in this situation. You might be stressed because when someone tells me maybe I lost my parents and I was not, she was the breadwinner or he was the breadwinner in the family. I'm unable to access the school fee. I'm going to drop out of the university. I'm in level 4 and I was supposed to maybe graduate in 2 weeks. So you see, this is a big problem. Well, sometimes it might stresses you actually the way you say it. You can be stressed when it comes to these issues. But when you just be open or have that open mind of I will be giving the solution based on my own experience, and whenever I'm not able to find the right solution, I'll be able to invite the right party to help me get out of the solution. Because our main role is to see someone getting out of that cage of stress that they are in. Whenever you get that help, trust me, I will also feel like I'm ready to find the help that you're looking for. It's like I'm also getting. It's like the problem is also solved for me when I wasn't even the owner of that problem. So when you get your problem solved, I'm able to. I'll also feel that relief that we have put in a solution, and I know at the end of the day there must be a solution. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this kind of question. And I'm very grateful that I'm here in the room as a clinical psychology student. Thank you so much for raising that good question. So what I want to tell you, in the field of psychology, we have what we call supervision. So what is supervision? Supervision is a relationship, or it's the way people from this field, like those clinical psychologists you was talking about, maybe counselors or other like mental health nurses or other people who work in this psychology field, they use that supervision to they sit together, like maybe you can be with the person who is more experienced than you maybe you tell a case, a difficult case you have faced in the work, and then that person help you and guide you to find the solution to that case or to that problem. So another thing this supervision helps, it helps also those people like psychologists, counselors, mental health nurses, and other people who are in this field of psychology to get the safe space, which is going to help them to relieve all that bad stories, all that bad things they have understood. And there is another person who have asked me the question, which is similar to your question. One day, one person came to me and said that time I was facilitating a session, and we were talking about relational, this kind of romantic breakups. I think you know them, as we are here among we are youth. So, and he asked me a question. I understand you're facilitating us to cope with this strategy, to cope with these breakups and to manage this breakup. But as I see, you are also a young person. How do you manage when you also face this kind of breakups? Don't you face this kind of breakups? And that time I was lucky to have that kind of question, because we as psychologists, we as counselors, we as mental health nurses, we as people who are in this field of mental health, we are also people. So sometimes we can feel overwhelmed, sometimes we can feel pressure to clients' cases, but we have a safe space which is called supervision, where you go approach a more experienced person to you to help you to feel help you. Maybe you present your case, which is you present the case which is difficult to you, and that person helps you to get the solution. Or also you can go there and express yourselves. Sometimes we as people who are in this kind and who are in this field, we can also have our own traumas. You can maybe you can help a client maybe who have faced a family conflict. Maybe, for example, maybe you receive a client who have divorced parents, and he or she is struggling because of that divorce of his or her parents, and the same time you are also struggling for the divorce as a mental health professional. So you can ask yourself, how is this person is going to help another person while they are all while they are all struggling in the same way. So that's why we have this supervision. In supervision, these people who are in mental health fields, they have also their safe spaces where they go, they share their experiences, they experience their experiences, they express their emotions, they get support from more experienced professionals, and you get supported. So thank you so much. That's what I can say. And also come back to these peer support groups. We in peer support groups, we don't have mental health professionals among us, but we have some people maybe who have been trained. But we in peer support groups, we are all equal in the group. So sometimes when we feel overwhelmed to different problems which have been expressed in maybe in the session, we go to those mental health professionals. As Austin have said, we have Sold Minds Counseling Clinic. It's a mental health clinic which have many experienced mental health professionals. So when we feel overwhelmed and or when we feel burdened to different cases, we go there because they are professionals in that spirit, and they help us. When also they feel overwhelmed or pressured to that, they look for that supervision. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. I don't know how to call your name. To what?
It's Shalom. Shalom.
Kindly.
It's
Yeah,
Shalom.
thank you
Shalom.
so much. Yeah, thank you for unmuting. Thank you for muting yourself.
Yeah,
I really
Shalom. You
appreciate
can
it.
you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the good presentation from the three presenter, including one woman. My name is Ishima Sharon. I'm a co-founder of Samshuti. I'm also working with Sold Mind. As a co-founder, I didn't get that too much time to be in the to be with the club, club member, because by that time when we founded the club, immediately I was just in my last year graduating, all of those things. I didn't get that much time, but I see they're implementing and they're targeting, they're reaching to our goal. What we wanted is just for creating a safe space for the students at the university to discuss about mental health, to solve their challenges, mental related challenges. Yeah. So I just have one question to them, and the context where mental health is still highly stigmatized. I mean, here in Africa, it's not easy to talk about mental related things. Um, Within many African communities, like the youth and others, what specific tools or approaches or framework do you use to help students feel safe enough to open up about their struggle, and what does the African system like from first contact to ongoing support? Yeah, that's the question.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, if I get you asked about. Hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
we can hear you.
Okay. If I get you, you asked about the approach we use to ensure that the members can speak up. Some tools we use. Okay, one of the approach we use the anonymous Google form where we create a Google form where no one no one someone can who is struggling can share the struggle they are facing through and how it is affecting them, then we can those responses can be collected. We ensure that it is anonymous so that no personal information are included to ensure that the people speak up. Then we can bring the we can bring those response from Google Form and we discuss about them. Then you can try to find a solution together. Also, as I said, we ensure that we maintain that we recently don't judge environment where everyone feel like they are not alone. They are not uh, they are not going to be judged. No one is going to criticize you. This ensure that they open up and they speak. Yeah, simply easy what I can say. Yeah, thank you.
So thank you so much, Emirates, for highlighting the approach we use in these peer support groups. Thank you so much, Shime Salon, for asking the good question. So about your question, as you said, it's true that we are in community which is mentally stigmatized. So it is not easy for people to open up, especially when it comes to our culture. Like in Rwanda, we speak less, as you know, but another approach we use, which I'm going to add to what approaches Emmanuel have highlighted, it's being together and having games. Having games when you are playing a game, a person can express himself or herself in one way or another. Let me give you an example. We have some people we call introverts, and we have another people who we used to call them extroverts. When we say extrovert, are those people who express or who can open up easily, if I can say that. But those introvert people are those people who it's not easy for them to open up and speak. So when we are playing the game, people can learn from each other. For example, and when we are playing a game, a person can say, I'm playing with this person. This person is a good person. As as I see, he may not be a judging person. He may not judge me if we were in the game, we were laughing together, we were playing together, if we used to having something to eat together. It's where people come and be familiar to each and every person in the club. So when you are familiar to any person in the club, when you feel you are a friend to any person in the club, when you are close to your friends, when you are with your friends, you don't feel you don't feel fear to speak. So the approach we use in this initiative, peer support initiatives, we just make sure every person feels belonging to that place, and we make sure that every person feels to be a friend to each and every person. So when you are a friend to any person you are with, it's going to be easy for you to open up. So in short, to make it short, another approach which helps us is to build this friendship. When we build this friendship, when a person is with his friends or her friends, it's going to be easy to open up, and then he express himself or herself, or he share what he or she's going through. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Before you go, I also asked about the ongoing support. Like you got some, like someone approaches you, and what does the actual process look like from first contact to ongoing? So suppose if you guys found someone who is mentally facing some mental health related challenge, so how the ongoing support looks like.
Like you mean like the way we give support to people who has mental health challenge? Am I right?
Yes,
Did I?
yes,
Okay, thank
like
you so much.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for the good question. So, as Austin have said, among us we have people who have been trained for psychological first aid. So we as students who have been trained for this psychological first aid, you can give the first aid to that person, being present, listening to that person, and showing the empathy to that person. So when you feel like the case of that person is over to your capacity, that's where sound mind team come to help us. When you face a case of a mental health challenge which is beyond your capacity, we approach Sound Minds team as we have said. It's a counseling clinic. They have more mental health professionals like clinical psychologists who are specialized in that field. So when the case is beyond our capacities, we approach them. But when the case we can manage to help that person, we use the knowledge and the skills we got from the training, different training. It's not only the psychological first aid. We got another mental health trainings from Sunline's team and another institutions. So we use those knowledge and skills we got from those different training. But when the case is beyond our capacities, we approach another mental health professionals who are specialized. We work hand in hand, and we make sure that person got the support he or she needed, but we keep doing the follow up to make sure if the person got the support he needed. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
I can see in the comment sessions we have our one PFA Kanzika. She's one of the PFA at the University of Rwanda. She has shared a thought in the comment sessions. That is very nice. And also, I'm a PFA, and I would like also to put something that is going to be small. The training that Diane was talking about is coming up. For those who are at the University of Rwanda, you are encouraged to register. The form is circulating in groups like Stangashuti. And what I will add to the Shalom question is that when you are trying to support maybe your peer who is suffering from uh, maybe something like to do with mental health issues, one thing that you do, you don't post them to share when they are not willing to share. So, and as you can see maybe in the chat, Kanziga has already shared about it. Look, listen, and link. So when you are trying to help someone, don't post them to share, because the more someone wanted, maybe doesn't want, give them time, maybe to pass, like maybe relax, give them a space, and then just maybe take care of them, but don't post them, because sometimes you find people pushing people like to share why they are crying or whatever those things. Give them time, and when they get that time later, maybe they have recovered, or when they have that energy, they can be able now to tell you the problem. I think that is what I can add, and we have gone like beyond our time. I can hand it over to Nomi, and for people who are in the call, you can read the comment sections what Kanziga has already shared, And I really appreciate everyone for attending these sessions, and I'm really happy. Thank you.
All right, guys. So, in the absence of another question, I would like to actually give my sincere thanks to our guest speakers who have, of course, taken time out of their busy schedules to make this happen, to give us, to grace us with their presence, of course, today, and share, of course, their knowledge with us. It's a favor, and we really, really appreciate. We really, really, really do appreciate, and also to our audience. A special thank you as well to you. I mean, what are we anyway without you? It's you that we are here. So it's great, and it was good interacting with all of you today, and of course learning from each other. And I hope that another time we also get to meet and also enjoy our sessions. We actually have bi-weekly sessions at all, and you know the mission for this African Learning Link is just simply to support all students, to give you a platform to access opportunities, of course, and get to learn beyond the classroom and beyond your respective fields of study. So I believe this is actually a chance that each and every one of us will be grabbing, um, yeah, with so much grip and hold on to. Yeah, because what are we anyway without each other? So, a special thank you to all of you who have made it to attend today's session. Today, there have actually been a lot of people, just that they kept leaving as the time went on. We apologize that we went beyond time. Yeah, and this is also another chance for you to be able to know the other person, get to connect, to know each other. People from different universities. I mean, what else is all for? So, regardless of where you come from, as long as you study in an African university, you you get to meet, of course, your peers and get to interact with them. This is also one space that all is actually creating for you. So thank you so much for the African Learning Link. We're actually grateful to have had you on board today. And I don't want to just end the meeting like this because I would like us, of course, to get to know each other. For those of you who actually still have time, we can get to know each other like more. We can get to interact. Some of us actually never had the chance to unmute and speak. So maybe we can actually do a proper introduction. You tell us maybe your name. Like all of us are going to do this. For those of us who have the time, maybe if you don't have a lot of things you do right now, so you can actually remain behind to connect with others. Yeah. Also get to unmute and tell us your name, what you're passionate about, what you're studying, where you're studying, of course, because we're just very many people from different parts of Africa and from different universities. So not to bore you guys, yeah, I'm not going to begin. I'll probably introduce myself last. And if you want to know me, you know me the last minute. Aqua, why are you smiling? All right, so we have Emily. I don't know if I'm calling your name the right way. Emily, welcome. Unmute and say what you like to say. Emily, you just raised your hand. You come back. We've lost her, right? Okay, fine. So I'm going to follow my list and I'll be calling your names and you do a proper introduction yourself. You tell us your name, what you like, maybe a fun fact about you. I hope that's good, right? So we are going to start with Amy. Amy Fabrice Ineza, by the way, forgive my pronunciation. So Amy, are you there? Yes, please unmute. Tell us your name, where you come from, what you're passionate about, the fun facts about you. Just follow that. Great.
Are you? I hope I'm audible enough. Am I? My name is Fabrice Ineza. I study here at the University of Ghana. I am a trained woman. I'm doing business new member of Sanctuary team, I have been interested in knowing information about mental health because I was wanting to be a psychologist even though I was that's the means that been enjoying and fact about me. I like reading books and watching movies. I think that's all. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, Amy. That was great. It's actually good meeting you today. Yeah. You said you like reading books. We have a lot of bookworms in this room, and I see Aqua smiling. Seems like she also loves to read books a lot. All right. The next person is actually Aqua. Aqua Awan, right? You're welcome.
Everyone, Mental Health Week. My name is Akwal Awan, West Athens, but I go by Akwal. My second year student at the African Leadership University, and I'm pursuing Bachelor's of Science in Entrepreneurial Leadership. Fact about me, I don't have a fun fact. Yeah, the African Leadership University, we focus on missions other than majors. So the mission that is attached to entrepreneurial leadership that I'm doing is the mission in education sector, especially in early childhood development. So I love being with children, mentoring them. I love to be mentored so that I mentor others. Preschool teacher by practice, and by God's grace, I may go deep into that field, like to study more about early childhood and the psychology. What else do I need to say? Rwandan name. That might be a fun fact about me. I have a Rwandan name. My Rwandan name is 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐧𝐭. Yeah.
I swear, I'm actually coming to Rwanda to also grab a Rwanda name. Come on, guys. Like, how does that feel to go to some countries, get their name? Anyway, that's great, Nicole. Thank you so much. Actually, mind you, that's one of our sisters from South Sudan who has decided to go to Rwanda and just grab a name. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? Anyway, let me just leave that. Let me chill it. There's a name here I don't know how to call, but I'll call the second one. Didas or Didas, I don't know. But the other one is just too hard. I might just write my tongue. Please unmute and tell us your name, what you're passionate about, maybe a fun fact about you, where you are. Is it? I don't know how to call that name. So is the person not around? Didas, what? Didas. Are you around? Alright. This person is not around. Okay, let's go to Damien. Damien.